So this is the main entrance of the Produce Exchange building. All this is, all listed feature. It's been here since 1902, and you can see it's already in very, very good condition. And part of restoration, we're going to be polishing this throughout to give that dark, rich wood color, the darker antique color. So basically, as soon as you enter, you come across this whole hallway right here. The two lifts in the front over there, which are going to be restored completely. You're going to have two new lifts going in. And right at the entrance, we have this World War I memorial, which, if you come close, it says, you also have pictures for that in the brochures and in the history book, in memory of men of the Liverpool provision trade who fell in the Great War. So this will be nicely polished again. All this is going to be restored. This is so don't worry about all this. This is all coming off. All this on the floor is going to be retiled, brand new tile marble throughout over here. And as you come closer here, this door here leads to the basement, where it's going to be the cycle storage, the plant, water plant and electric plant, all that. Again, these are the two lifts, so it's right next to the entrance, and these stairs are leading to the upstairs apartments. Okay, so these are the lifts to the first floor. They open right here to this landing over here, and now this is obviously, these doors are coming off. There are going to be new doors leading to this main entrance over here. So as you keep coming through, this is the famous the main attraction of this building. All these stained glasses that you've been seeing in the history book. This is where the 2-bedroom apartments is over here. You can see on the floor plan. Again, coming down here further, this is what we've been talking about all this time, the sizes of these windows. If you come here forward, you'll see they're very high windows. The ceiling height is, I think, around 4.4 meters. You're looking into the main Victoria Street. That's the view. So I believe this is the 2-bedroom apartment. Okay, so this particular flat here is Unit 4. So just to give you an idea where you are in the building. With these windows, some clients wanted to know how are these windows being treated. There's going to be an internal layer of another window over here. These windows do open. Right now they're closed, but they do open. So there'll be another layer of window to trap the sound and to trap the heat as well. Okay? And just letting you know, the ceiling height of 4.4 meters. If you see this up here, this is what the old NatWest Bank put over here, but obviously we're going to be removing all this. Okay, so right through here, you will see, although if you'll see on the floor plan, this is an entrance which you need to enter here from that door, which is the atrium, and then this is an entrance over here. You have to go through the atrium for this 2-bedroom apartment over here. Okay, as you come through here, this is the main atrium. What makes this building so unique? This is what all the clients that have come into this building, when they see this is when they know that they're dealing with something very unique. Okay, so you'll see there's glass going throughout on both the levels, level 2, level 3. All this glass is going to be cleaned up, repolished, So obviously it'll be a lot cleaner. And but the good news is that this is all in very, very good condition, you know. And in terms of lighting up this atrium, there won't be any traditional ceiling lights, you know, hanging from the ceiling or anything like this. What we're doing is we're putting LED lights behind these windows, and behind all these windows, glass windows, and if you see up here, the same windows are on both the levels. This is level 2, and even above level 2, level 3, there these glass windows. There's going to be, like I said, LED lights behind this glass, so that's what's going to illuminate the hallway. You know, it's going to light it up through these LED lights. Same will happen with the stained glass over here. People are asking how are we going to treat the stained glass. Obviously it's going to be cleaned up, you know, repolished and everything, and we're going to put LED lights behind this, so when it lights up, all of this is literally going to stand out, you know. And if you look on the floor, again, this is the glass on the floor. You have some pictures of this in the history book. The same pattern of this glass follows upstairs on this walkway, which I'll take you up in a second. But I wanted you to observe the mosaic tiling. So we did clean this up to see what's on the floor, and this is that image you've seen in the history book, even falling through here. By the way, this is just an initial cleanup. This is not the final polishing, yeah? It'll be a lot better once it's polished. Okay, so just one thing clients have been asking about the apartments facing main Matthew Street, which is a world famous street where all the tourists come in Liverpool, thousands of people visiting every year. So what's unique about these apartments over here, of this level 1, 2, 3, these ones facing over here get to benefit from this beautiful atrium. You know, this is what's unique about this building. This atrium over here you can see, so basically this is the door from where the tenants come in. So they get to walk through this main atrium and they get to go through their apartments. So this is what makes these apartments really unique. And the ones facing the Victoria Street, those ones don't get to come through the atrium. So that's a very important point to consider when understanding the Matthew Street facing apartments. Okay, as you can see, these stairs over here, which are blocked by this wall. I have no idea why the bank decided to do this. Don't worry, this is all coming off. These walls are coming off, and this is going to be an open space for when people are walking into their flats. They can also look into the atrium. At the moment, this wall is blocking the view for people walking into their apartments, but that's going to come off and again going to give more light into the hallway. Okay, so this is one of the flats facing the world famous Matthew Street. This is one of the premium studios, which if you ask me are the best apartments in this building. So this is roughly the size of this particular one, is around 38 square meters. This whole space from here to here, follow through here, is one apartment. Okay? And one great thing about these apartments is look at the size of the windows here as well. Again, this is what makes this building so unique. You don't get these type of windows in any new build developments, you know. Again, how are these windows being treated? These, you can see, they do open, but right now it's probably jammed. We're going to take care of it later on. But again, what's going to happen is we're going to have an internal window I can send you the pictures so that you have exactly understand how the windows are being treated. There's just an internal window which is going to be trapping the sound, and again heat insulation. Okay, again the ceilings are very high over here. If you can see, it goes quite high up. This boxing in, you can call it, this is a false ceiling that the bank put before. This is all coming off, and this ceiling height is going to be a lot higher. Okay, these flats, I'll take you upstairs as well just to show you these studios. They're facing this Matthew Street. As you can see, the Cavern Club is attached right with this building. From the landing, once you come through the lifts, this door right behind you is going to give you the access through this walkway over here. As you can see, mosaic tiling throughout, very good condition, just needs a bit of repolishing and all to make those colors stand out. All this railing over here, all these railings are going to be resanded and repainted. Right here, the banister over here, this is going to be repolished, sanded and repolished dark wood color to really make it stand out. Further down here, as you saw downstairs, in the atrium downstairs, as you can see that glass floor. Now the same glass floor carries on this walkway as well. Down here you can see. Throughout here, you can see this entire walkway. This is all glass, by the way. You can see in them, these are small little flower patterns. So as I described to you, mentioned earlier, that we're going to be putting those LED lights behind those windows. Again, the windows are here as well. They carry on to the third floor. So once that light, once the light is on, literally the light's going to reflect through the glass. Even if you look up, this is all glass, and light's going to travel through them and illuminate the floor as well, you know. All this piping that you see on the ceiling, don't worry, this is all old stuff that was here. The bank put it for some reason. All this is coming off. None of these, nothing is going to be exposed. No pipe, no wire, all of them are going to be sealed completely. Okay. Again, as you keep walking, all these flats get to the benefit from this beautiful atrium. As you can see, we're walking on this glass floor, and these doors are leading to these one-bedroom premium studio flats. So again, I want you to see the size of the windows for these particular flats. Again, the benefit from these double size windows, and you can see again, as I explained how the windows are going to be treated here. All this piping that you see over here, none of this piping is going to be here. This is there because of the old gas system. There's no gas in this building. Not these radiators. We're going to have brand new electric radiators, which are a lot more cost effective and better for both the investors and the tenants. And another thing that makes these studios unique, if you see on page 32 to 34, you see this? The glass screen over here. So this is going to be installed right here. Right here, all the way to the ceiling. Again, very high ceilings, makes it unique. It's going to travel through all the way here till this. Again, it's going to be glass, natural light. So you can see the size of the windows is quite big. So natural light is going to travel through the glass screen into the kitchen living area. And again, the reason why we have done that is, as you can see, the size of the flats is very, very large. But there's only these two windows that are giving light to this flat. Hence, we wanted to put something unique as opposed to a traditional, studio with the bed is right there. We wanted to make these ones quite unique by adding this screen. And again, on page 34 is illustrated perfectly as to how this would be. Okay, so again, back in the atrium, we came from the studio flats. You see these walls over here? Don't worry, this won't be the treatment of this wall. It's gonna be flat, smooth wall rendered over here. Any wires you see, they're gonna be gone. This little area over here, again, don't miss out these beautiful pillars over here. You have more finer pictures of the pillars as well. So these are the pillars again in the atrium. And again, these are going to be sanded and repainted to bring that the smoothness and the original feature is going to look a lot better that way. Just over here, you see this little space here? This is where we're going to add greenery, plants and all to give more life to the atrium. You know, always some greenery always makes it look good. Gives a bit of character to the space. Another beautiful thing about this, I'm sure you guys must have seen these stained glasses, but this is where they are. Every single landing in this building has a different piece of stained glass. Over here you can see a ship. So back in the day, during the trade and all, they're basically showing that this is the produce exchange where these ships used to carry all the produce from all over the world, different parts of the world, from Asia, all over Asia, different parts of North America as well. And so yeah, this is just a nice unique feature which is on every landing. It's going to be cleaned up, polished, restored, painted again to bring back the original features. So you can see these stairs are leading to, so those are the lifts over here. So all these stairs basically leading to the lifts over here. Again, the stairs are gonna have none of this carpet's gonna be here. All these landings, they have the original mosaic tile. So we're bringing back that mosaic tile. And again, sanding, repolishing, dark brown. Throughout this is going to be all dark brown paint. I've sent a picture to Samson. I'll send it again to him. That will tell you exactly what the condition of the stairs will be once it's completed. We're on the 3rd floor now. These are the flats facing Victoria Street over here. So you can see the view. Okay, so this is the view you can see. We're standing here and looking right into main Victoria Street. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we've entered the 5th floor. Now, if you can see this 5th floor, there's so much natural light coming in because it's benefiting from the skylight over here, right on top. So there's so much natural light over here. Coming back to the stained glass, this is actually a very big stained glass if you compare it to the others that are downstairs and on different floors. So you can see the 2 flowers over there. So this is showing the unity between Lancashire and Yorkshire, because back in the day there were always rivalries and stuff, and now this is just a sign of showing, friendship, unity between the two.
Alright, now I'll let you guys go a tour of the building from rear. Some key points to remember for your Hong Kong homes agents to tell to investors. Obviously, one of the main things obviously is how beautiful the building is, but a key point is the location. You cannot get a better location than this in Liverpool. This is L1, Zone 1, right in the middle. If you look at the brochure, you'll see the map as well. So this way we have Matthew Street. So you've got, obviously the biggest tourist attraction of Liverpool. Behind it is the £2 billion regeneration of the shopping district. You've got John Lewis, Marks and Spencer, Debenhams. Literally all that is happening in the city centre is a 2-minute walk that way. And this way towards Victoria Street, that's where all the offices are, banks, insurance companies, government buildings. So it's right in the middle from an investment point of view. Like from a rental point of view, this rents out all day. 5 minutes walk in that direction down Victoria Street, you've got all the university campuses. So if you're, for tenants such as postgrad students, PhD students, master's students, they can walk straight to the university. All the nightlife is this way towards Castle Street, again 2 minutes. All the best restaurants in Liverpool, all the bars, clubs, they're all here. So from a rental point of view, this building cannot be beaten. And as you saw, what we're trying to offer here is something very unique, a piece of history mixed with contemporary, modern look and furniture inside as well for city living. So it's something that's very unique and it doesn't exist in Liverpool. And one of the main points that you should stress to buyers is that it's a listed building. You can never buy a building like this ever again. They can never make a building like this. They can't construct anything like this. It's British history, and it's British history with the top quality finish in a beautiful location. So these are all very strong points that you need to emphasize to buyers that there's a reason why we are marketing this property is because it is a very attractive from a collection point of view, like history point of view, and a very strong investment. Point as well that you can mention if we're going to be renting it out as residential. But buyers always have the option of running it as a B&B as well because it's in the middle of everything. So bed and breakfast, Airbnb, you can rent it out on nightly basis, weekly basis. You earn a much better return that way. Obviously, us as the developer, we won't be renting it out in that form. But there's a lot of companies that buyers can potentially use to run their apartment in that form as well if they're looking to get that higher yield. Because you see near this building, there are about 7 hotels within 2 minutes distance. So it's a very popular living area as well. And in terms of facilities, even a gym, we've got about 6 gyms within 5 minutes walk from the building. So even for tenants or guests as well, there's a lot of facilities on offer. So that's something you need to stress to the buyers as well. One more main point, like we said, it's a heritage building, is that it falls under the UNESCO World Heritage Site area. So it's been marked by UNESCO as an area of historical importance. So like the Liverpool docks and everything, this building is part of a very important history of not only the UK, but it's part of the UNESCO World Heritage, so part of the world's important historical sites. So again, this is an opportunity which you have to stress to buyers that they will most likely, this is an opportunity that doesn't come by every day. It's a once in a lifetime chance to invest in something very special. So keep that in mind. So usually in a lot of new developments which you see, they have their offerings, like I mentioned to you earlier as well. They have their offerings such as restaurant, like a restaurant or to. This is in the heart of the city. So people living here, tenants, whether they're renting it out or as a hotel, they have the option of about 100 plus restaurants within a stone's throw from the building. There's a restaurant underneath the Produce Exchange as well. There's 2 restaurants. One is the Turtle Bay, which has opened its first franchise outside London for the first time. So they've come under the Produce Exchange building. And on the rear side towards Matthew Street, it's called Grill Stocks. It'll be another high quality grill barbecue restaurant as well. Again, first time coming to Liverpool, first time coming to the north. They're coming all the way from Bristol. So another opportunity, and just make the standard of living and the building an even more attractive place to stay. Again, one of the big questions that you guys have asked us as well is, what about parking in the building? Of course, this is a building built in 1902, so there was no concept of parking in the building as well. But nearby, you've got 2 big parking lots as well, which again, the building will have access to. Tenants can use that. They can take long leases for a year, 6 months, whatever it is that they prefer. They can utilize them. They're about 2 minutes walking distance from the building as well. From a transport point of view, the 3 major stations of Liverpool, Lime Street, St. James, Moorfield, they're all within 5 minutes walk. So anyone trying to commute around the city, or even commute to other cities, or coming in from other cities such as Manchester or London, they take a 5-minute walk to Lime Street station. From there they can go anywhere in the UK. So it's a very well interconnected site right next to all the transportation hubs as well. Another question that you guys have been asking, which is a very popular one, is maintenance. What are the maintenance? How are we dealing with maintenance in the building? So you have to really make the client understand is that this building, once we do all the construction, there's millions of pounds worth of construction that we're doing, everything will be restored, repaired, and made brand new. So usually maintenance comes with things that are old or need repair or renewal. Everything will be restored, made brand new. Everything will come with minimum 12 years architect guarantee, along with collateral warranties for all the works that have been done. So the warranties will be collateral, so they're not only for the benefit of the developer, they will be passed on to each of the individual clients as well. So there will be structural, electrical, all sorts of plumbing. Everything will be insured as well and will be covered by warranties. So it lets the client know that there is, from a maintenance charge, primarily all the important big things are being taken care of under the warranty. That's why the service charge will be attractive and remain fairly stable. The service charge obviously will be used to cover the maintenance of the building, window cleaning, regular cleaning of the common area which we're in, garbage collection, etc. So it will be used to cover all of that. But on top of that, we will create a sinking fund, which will be about 5% on top of the service charge, just to cover any unforeseen or irregular damages that may occur. Such as, we're looking at one right now in case of the stained glass window, but again, that is something that usually never, it's a very one-off chance. This building has been standing for 120 years almost, and you can see it's in perfect condition. We're going to be adding CCTV cameras throughout the common areas, so, we'll be keeping an eye on the building and all the listed features as well. So if there is, by any chance, if there's ever any kind of damage, we will have our eyes on that and recorded footage, so anyone who is responsible will be covering the damages anyway. So there's a lot of steps being taken to make sure that the building is controlled and monitored to ensure that maintenance is not an issue at all. Very small concern of ours. Another point for you guys is, in terms of the building, you shouldn't use the word front facing and back facing. The unique thing about this building is that it is between 2 of the most famous streets in Liverpool. The front obviously has the facade and is facing Victoria Street, has an imposing facade in front. But the Matthew Street side, like Beth explained earlier as well, has access to this beautiful area. The Victoria Street side doesn't have access from the atrium. So these units facing Matthew Street are facing the most popular street in Liverpool. This is where the Beatles started, this is where all the tourists come when they visit the city, and this is all the units facing Matthew Street have access to the beautiful atrium as well. So they've got, and the size that you saw over there as well, they are very large, 1-bed pseudo studio rooms as well. So it's got a lot going for itself. So it's a very unique part of this building. There's no such thing as the front facing or the back. It's Victoria Street facing and Matthew Street facing units. So you have to specify that to clients because that's a very unique feature of our building.